And thank you for joining me today. We are going to be discussing LinkedIn. Oh, if my 21-year-old design self heard this, we wouldn't be impressed. But we're going to be like Wolf of Wall Street crossed with like motion design. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be amazing. This video was requested by Evol Null. Evol Null, you're getting your video. We're going to do 5 tips on LinkedIn today, and this is assuming that your LinkedIn profile is set up in a way that is professional and well written and has all your experience there. If going through your LinkedIn profile is something you want me to discuss, leave a comment below. I mightn't do it straight away, but we can get to it. First tip is wherever you're living in the world, near you, there will be some staffing or recruitment agency that will be hired by larger companies or mid-sized companies to get freelancers in, whether that be motion designer, graphic designer, whatever. The first thing is actually to Google these staffing agencies representatives. You can use terms like creative recruitment agency London, creative recruitment agency Denver. You got to do a little bit of R&D before you kind of know what's around you. Once you find these staffing agencies, a good rule of thumb is go into their contact section and they'll have a link to their LinkedIn page, and you can then, in their LinkedIn page, when you're signed in, there's a section to the right and it says who works here. Click that and just start adding people in that recruitment agency that deals with the specialty you're in. So video editor, recruitment specialist, add them. Creative recruitment specialist, add them. And it's okay to add them if you don't necessarily know them, that you're a resource to them. They will look at you as a resource, and it's in a mutual agreement. It's okay to add someone who's going to find you work, and you're going to make them money because they will make a commission fee of putting you into these agencies. Now, once you've gone through those a few people and added them, maybe have a look at a few profiles. Yes, it's okay to look at people's profiles. Who cares who viewed your profile? And some recruiters have a tendency to have their email in their header and a number. Personally, I would advise people to ring a recruiter. Just a side note here, it did take me years to develop a half-decent phone etiquette. The first time I started ringing people I didn't know, I was kind of trembling and really nervous, and it's like, I was very anxious about it. The more you do it, the easier it gets. It really gets easier, after 10 calls, 20 calls, 30 calls, and you will be making these calls because you will need to be putting yourself out there. It's an important skill to be able to sell yourself. So once you do more of that, it becomes easier. You're able to develop a phone manner and etiquette, and you're able to talk to people and sell your services, and what certain terms mean. It gets easier. If you can't bring yourself to phone people just yet, send them an email and let them know you're free. Maybe drop them your CV and a link to your portfolio or your show reel. They might get back to you. So the second tip I have to give here is using the search bar to find LinkedIn groups related to what you're doing. Motion design, go into search bar, type in motion design. There's dozens of groups. Just join them, and within those groups there's people. Add them, get involved in some conversations in there, maybe post some work, see what people think, and just add people. It's okay to add people. If they don't want to add you back, they won't add you back. And that's kind of a really simple second tip. Join loads of groups, and from there you will be then starting to be in people's suggestions to add, and people will maybe start adding you, and that's a good thing. So third thing is, again, going back to the search bar. Another way to use the search bar is typing in certain search terms and going to posts. So you can search all the posts on LinkedIn in one go. So if you're looking for freelance work, usually recruiters across the world will post it from their personal profile rather than putting it in the job section. If it's quick, it needs to be done ASAP, so they just post it. So search things like looking for freelancer, looking for graphic design freelancer, looking for motion designer, need, they kind of separate the terms, need freelancer remote, need freelancer London. Just throw loads of search terms at it. Reply to the if you find a post that you think you could apply for, just in the comment section reply. Maybe put your email in there and a link to your portfolio, and see if they get back to you. Usually in these posts they'll have their own email, and then you have another email, and just email them and say, look, just writing to you, regards, saw your post, do you think, is this position still available? And they might get back to you, and they might give you a call back. If people don't get back to you straight away, don't get disheartened. This happens. It's normal for this to happen. Number 4. So this is more of a tip to prevent you wasting time on LinkedIn and to use it effectively. Don't get caught up in the trend of using LinkedIn as a social media platform. People share things that don't really matter, like memes and viral material and posts and arguments and political things. Forget it. Don't get involved. I've made the mistake of myself getting involved. You can come off as looking unprofessional, and most of these things, people are just looking for clicks. Like, people are desperate for clicks and engagement. Some of it is A/B testing. Don't get involved in this. It doesn't really matter. Things that you can get involved in is industry discussion, critiquing work, share your own work. Just kind of share maybe personal bits you're working on if you have downtime, share any publications you've gotten from your work, all those things. Yeah, share that stuff and get engaged in those conversations. The 5th and final tip: don't be afraid to kind of send people a direct message here and there. It's fine. If someone doesn't get back to you, that's fine. Your message was unsolicited. They don't want to get back to you. Don't take it personally. Make sure if you are going to direct message someone, it's a value. Don't just try and sell your services to the CEO of a startup. That's annoying. Make sure it's like relatable. If it's a rep, send them, maybe some new work you've been working on. Most messages get ignored on LinkedIn. That's okay. There's a lot of rubbish on there. Beware of scams in your DMs. Don't spam people. It's so annoying. I've been spammed myself, and then I've been told, why won't you get back to me? It's horrendous. It's just, don't do it. You look really, really, really bad when you do that on LinkedIn. You look really bad when you do that, and you look desperate. You don't want to look desperate on a professional platform. You want to look professional. You want to make it so they need you as much as you need them. Never come across as desperate. Desperate's bad. So if you're spamming, you're desperate. People don't want to work with desperate people, or they will, and they'll take advantage of you. And you don't want that either. You want to build a very strong representation of yourself as a professional who's easy to work with, blah, 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 all that good corporate stuff. You get me. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to discuss anything else. Someone mentioned LinkedIn Premium. Evil null again. I'm not going to go through LinkedIn Premium. It's a bit complicated, and it's really kind of there for if you're kind of really scaling a business or starting a studio. Maybe somewhere down the line we can discuss LinkedIn Premium. I don't really use it myself at all. I've stopped paying for it. It's a lot of money. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, comment, like, engage, hate it, dislike it. I don't care. Just get in and engage with my content.